Hello, the Miami Hurricanes sexually assaulted a bull today. Hey, Ro, what is this?
It's the recap show! It's the recap show. Bulls down. Bulls down.
Bulls were ridden. What's up, CW? Bulls were ridden hard. You didn't need to go to the
I just
pro
left
stuff.
the living room. There's more bulls being ridden. Didn't change the channel. They flipped right over to riding bulls.
Right over to it. That's
right over to it. Yeah,
We're staying on theme tonight.
Been a lot of bull riding on the CW
a lot of bull
today.
riding today since 4:30.
Holy Jesus! 49-12, everybody. Listen, your Canes, they go for 576 yards, 205 on the ground, 371 through the air, hold the Bulls to 40 yards rushing, time of possession 36 minutes to 23, first downs 26 to 15. Bro, this was just a dominating, methodical, surgical, get the fuck out of our backyard. It's time to move on to the next game. Win.
I thought it was amazing. Oh my goodness, I just got possessed by a demon as I tried to talk.
I heard that.
Actually, it was just
What is that?
What is that? Did you do that on purpose?
No, I got possessed by Sprite Zero. Anyway, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was an amazing performance.
Show
by
title. We
Yohan
don't even
Harry.
do show titles.
I got possessed by
Sprite
Sprite
Zero.
Zero. I wrote it down.
I mean,
I don't know why, but I did.
it's got to be in, it's gotta be in the bracket.
I got to give credit. I said this at the end of the at the end of the stream. Thank you to all those who were following along. We had a lot of fun, and thank you to Scoop, who was manning the OBB on X. But I wanted to give credit to Shannon Dawson. Do you realize 3 games in, I can come to this conclusion because I say we got to wait to like a body of 4. We got to have a body of 4. I don't need a body of 4. I can say this is a body of 3. Do you realize that he just lost the number 1 overall pick to the NFL? You know he lost him, right? His name was Cam Ward. He lost him. And you don't notice it. We might have struck gold, early on in the season last year with Cam Ward and now with Carson Beck. But we might have we might have our offensive Brett Venable. We might, because damn, that offense looks hard to stop. And Scoop, we talked about it on the stream. Goalish had the gimmicky offense. Miami has that offense that's all weather, buddy. All weather.
Miami's offense, in watching it today in the first half, reminded me of watching the great Hurricane teams. And I have not been high, and I was scared to death of the receiver room. And I what I did say was I think everyone was giving really a really poor narrative on Carson Beck, that we forget what he did at Georgia, his first year as a starter. Last year, the most drops in the country from his receivers. Like everyone just see, and if he had gone anywhere other than Miami, it would have been a completely different narrative. But he has to fight off the narrative. We understand that, which he has done through 3 games, right? He's at 78 or 79% completion percentage for the season. Another 80% clip tonight. He did have his first 2 picks. One of them tipped by Malachi. The other, he got hit as he was throwing, underthrew it, got picked. Part of the game, no big deal, but not poor decisions. My takeaway from this is, and we talked about it with, spoken with Roddy about it. Roddy talked about it. It was going to look different. It looks different. It looks to me as if I'm watching, and you can't put out the names of the greats, but it looks to me as if I'm watching Dorsey hand it off to Goran Portis and then McGahee, and they're throwing to Johnson. And look, CJ Daniels now has the top 2 catches on the year in college football. Like, what are we doing? Right? And then here's the funny part. He distributes the ball to like 14 different receivers tonight. Mm-hmm. Not a single tight end.
Real quick,
we talked about that.
Not one.
This is the analogy. This is the analogy that I now have in my head. You have a fireworks show, you have 50 fireworks. Last year, amongst those 50 fireworks, you saw some of the biggest and brightest booms in plays you've ever seen. This year, you still have 50 fireworks. You do. It might not look the same as it did last year, but it's still a damn good fireworks show.
You don't need to have the big. You don't need that because our defense, holy shit. I mean, can we talk? Rueben Bain deserves to be in New York City. Rueben Bain is an absolute disruptor of any offensive scheme that's in front of him. It's wild. At the 4th and 3 or the 4th and 2, whatever it was, down on the 12-yard line, they moved Bain inside. I'm not sure if you guys noticed this. They moved inside. He slipped a guard or a center, whoever it was, to get his arm on before Chase Smith came over and stopped him cold, right?
Yep.
So if you go back and watch that play, you watch him get moved inside and completely blow a play up from a team that you kind of know what they're going to run. Dr. Doom, Mr. Heatherman, thank you for being astute. Thank you for teaching these kids. Thank you for running stuff and being aware of certain things and running certain schematic differences throughout the game. Look, I mean, the defense looks, even watching the kids at the end, they just look the part. They look better than I can remember. I think I had us losing 4 games this year. I don't remember this team looking this good in 25 years. It just looks different. Mm-hmm. They kind of do whatever they want. The first drive set the tone. It was surgical. It was precise. It was exactly what you want. And then the checkdowns again. I can't rave enough. I really can't. I mean, he had passes of like 29, 45, 43, 59, 70. Like his longs, I think he had 4 of them longer than the ones that we picked under 43 or whatever it was. I mean, I don't know. Josh Moore, welcome to the show as well. We knew he was going to play big time. 2 early touchdowns.
Not sure what happened to the rest of the game.
I'm just rambling on. Yeah.
Listen. I'll tell you what. It's fun. It was phenomenal. You're 100% right, Scoop. Like all of that. Everything. I said last year that it looked different, and it did. But this year it looks different than last year. And I'll be honest with you, if he plays like this, Rueben Bain is going to get an invite to New York. I mean, he won't win the Heisman, but he will get an invite just as a nod to the fact that he is going to be as dominant as it looks like he's going to be this year.
He's the best defensive player in the country.
I absolutely think that the media will absolutely do that because the media does shit like that. And while we're praising him and he deserves all of it, the dude on the other side might be just as good.
Messidor
is damn good.
It's ridiculous all over the place. Dude, been waiting a bit, but Chase Smith's showing out.
Chase Smith is balling.
I mean, right? Like, took a little while, but whatever. Like this entire, everywhere you look, and Scoop again, Malachi Toney is 35 and has been in the NFL for 15 years, and they let him come back to college, I guess, because like on that, even on that one punt where he let it dribble and the guys were coming in, this was like, well, hold on now, this is going too deep into our zone, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab it and run up the middle here and get us 10 yards. But there was total confidence that he wasn't going to muff it. Just everything.
He's a weird one. I can't
praise everything enough.
He is.
I can't praise everybody enough.
I will
this
tell you
team
this:
is phenomenal.
CW broadcasters, albeit dog shit, and that's saying it kindly.
Tom Brenneman was really bad.
I'm sorry, who?
That was Tom Brenneman.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
The Castellanos fly ball guy that got fired from the Reds.
He was terrible.
Oh, was he really? Oh, I figured he'd be quality. Okay.
No, he was. He had no idea who half the team was.
Oh shit.
Oh my! He was caught like when Blount got the
sack or the.
He got a penalty for something.
Okay. Yeah, there was a bunch of penalties.
He called him some other guy's name. They're literally showing about on the TV screen 18. He's talking about the other guy who he called him. He did it like 4 times. He has no idea who the players are.
Gotcha.
Anyway, they praised Malachi up and down, left and right all night long. Best freshman in the country.
Scoop, you said it's probably the best you've seen a Miami team looking like in 25 years, but there was like 4 names that you kind of spouted out, right? There was 4 names between Toast and you, and it was like, okay, so you talk about Malachi Toney. How did we get Malachi Toney? We recruited him. Was he a highly touted recruit? Probably not as highly touted as he should have been. Rueben Bain, he was a highly touted recruit. We recruited him too. Maybe in the past, we don't keep a guy like, Rueben Bain in the mix. Then you talked about CJ Daniels. Well, that's a transfer guy that wasn't getting any balls. Okay. And then you got Carson Beck. We know what he is. You're doing it from all fronts. You're doing it in recruiting. You're doing it in the transfer portal. You're using everything at your advantage, and you're making one hell of a roster. We look like a team. I will say this. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to go on a limb and say this is the best I've seen a Hurricane team look like in 25 years. I did say on the stream, I did say on the stream that if the University of Miami keeps doing what it's doing, beats Florida State, I think they're back because they just won 10 games. They come to the start, and I think they're going to finish strong. I truly believe that. So we're starting to piece it together. We're starting to piece it together right? But I felt like I was watching a Miami team where I'm like, there's no deficiencies here. There's none. The wide receiver, the question mark we had? No questions about wide receiver. What DB played bad today? No, they didn't, because they just shut down a really potent offense, and it's like a good umpire. They just shut people down. They're probably going to grade out really, really high in the pass game. There was nowhere a lot of the times to go with the ball in the pass game, and Miami DBs are balling out. Linebackers are playing well. They're not sticking out. DT, like, where's the weakness? It's put together really well. I think that's why, Toast, you said it, why Mario had that little sneaky smile.
Well, so you just listed all that stuff, and I have an answer to you as to why all that stuff is happening. Because right now, the Miami Hurricanes are the best team in the country. That's why. And I know some of you might say, oh, that's a homer thing, and that's fine. But after we beat Florida, and then after the bye week, we go up to FSU on game day, which is going to be there. So that's going to be the national game Saturday night on ABC. And we beat FSU, then everyone will have us as number 1 in the country. But we are right now. We will be accepted as that widely in 3 weeks. We are right now. Just know that. Miami is the best team in the country right now.
I don't disagree with that because of how they're built and what you see them being able to do. And in the leader with Carson Beck, I think that the depth is really good. You can lose a guy. Here's something interesting that I noticed, and he didn't really notice. The Brantley kid from Michigan State, who was locked down at Michigan State, who I personally, and I'm sure that many others, thought that he was the best guy we got in the secondary in the portal.
Dude, this college football game had him as a top-rated cornerback on the team. Yes.
Right? He doesn't play. He got in at the end of the game. Now,
Xavier Lucas was in.
I don't know what to take of that other than they're really, really deep in the secondary, which is mind-numbing, right? Considering what we dealt with last year to go from this to this. And that goes back to evaluations. That goes back to being able to find the right fits for what you want to run. And then you have Dr. Doom come in and piece it all together and put these guys in spots. Put them in spots. Move Rueben Bain inside for a 4th and 2 because you know that dude's running in the A gap. Like, that's the type of stuff that we have gotten out coached with many, many, many times. And the fall starts tonight. We can talk about that. They were baiting it. They were instigating it. It was going on all night. Mario was pissed. Finally, they called it on one that shouldn't even have been called. They did the shift, which they false started again, and they called delay a game because it was the 5th time they would have called false start on Miami. And Mario, I think, was about to take out some knees. He was irate,
hot.
dude.
He was hot. Yeah.
And it was
Mario
true.
Doesn't look like a guy that takes out knees. He looks like it's just a haymaker to your chin, bro.
He was pissed. He was pissed. Name me a better team. Look, I don't know. You said we do take 4 weeks. I don't need 4 weeks. It's surgical with them. Carson Beck is I don't know.
You lost the number 1 overall pick at the quarterback position. It's a different fireworks show, but the fireworks are still firing off in the Gables. I'm telling you, I don't see a drop off. It's different. Roddy was right. It looks different, but damn, it's still good. 49. We put up 49.
49. It might be the second best defense we'll play all year.
We talked about on the stream how, going into the week, we had the number 1 rated wide receiver duo, and then Josh Moore has that first quarter with 2 catches and 2 touchdowns. Came back in to get a third catch, so he finishes with 3 for 61. But like this entire wide receiving, we haven't even seen JoJo yet. We haven't even seen.
JoJo hasn't even played.
Lofton didn't even touch the ball.
No.
Like none of the tight ends.
None of the tight ends.
It's almost as if Shannon Dawson was harmed by a tight end earlier in his life.
Show me on this
whether
ball
in
where
high
he
school or somewhere a tight end.
Hold on a second,
him.
though.
Yeah.
Look, Arroyo was just fine last year.
I know,
a huge part of the offense.
Yeah.
And Beck, see, this is how I'm a little confused by it, to be honest with you. I'm a little like
Brett Bowers.
Like he knows how to find tight ends. Like Beck is used to playing with really good tight ends. And Lofton is all that and a bag of chips, apparently, but never gets a look. Is it just that our receivers, Carson Beck must be in heaven, dude. These receivers don't drop anything.
No.
Nothing.
Bro,
look
Tony
at the
Johnson.
catches today. Right.
Keelan Marion.
Yes. Nobody drops anything.
There was no drops today. Just so you know, there were 0 drops across the board. 25 catches by the wide receivers, 0 drops.
One was tipped. I'm curious.
371 yards.
They're going to talk about those interceptions in the postgame. They're going to talk about those offsides. We'll get that midweek, and I'm sure they're going to clean that up. But that's a point of mine, too, that I want to make, because there was 2 interceptions. There was some procedural penalties. Mm-hmm. It wasn't clean. It wasn't always pretty. We had a couple drives in there. We shot ourselves in the foot. But you know what? Despite that, you're so damn good, you still kick their ass.
Dominated
by a huge margin. And not only it was, they were the Cinderella of the beginning of the year. South Florida was absolutely 1,000%. That's Cinderella going to the debutante ball. She's got her glass slippers. And Miami said, "Give me those bitches real quick." And not only just like took them off, they were like with a sledgehammer, completely decimated those things for all of the bull riding community to see on the CW, expecting to watch real bulls watch bulls get castrated live on CW.
I think I'm gonna go back and listen to the preview show, because I'm pretty sure I said something to the extent of "Come on down, get your ass kicked, and go on back." I said it's gonna be over very quick.
And it
just wasn't. Anyone who was paying attention, and Toast told you, Vegas got this one right.
They didn't even get it right. They had it at 17 and a half.
They had it 17 and a half.
It was 37.
37's a lot. I would never. It was you tell me it's close to a 40 spot. I would have never
bigger than last year, Scoop, by a point or 2.
I don't know. And this is a much better Bulls team than last year. Offensively.
By the way, Toast was made the first prediction 48-17 as the score prediction, and everybody on the show laughed at him. And that's pretty much where we ended up.
Yeah. Fucking cheers, everybody.
Yeah.
Y'all dismiss me as being the drunk stoner, but I fucking have 3 brain cells that are really good.
they communicate.
Really good.
They don't have anybody else to talk to, really.
No, but it's just the 3 of them just really all day brainstorm shit.
Yes.
It's fun.
Scoopy, I need your take on something, because I'm a big Alex Golish fan. I called him my spirit animal. I love that offense when I was watching it at Tennessee. But I think it's come to the point where, right, we were coming off the backs of the Patrick Nix years, and we were hoping we would go to up-tempo spread, and we finally got to like Rhett Lashley. And now you're kind of seeing that offense, right? You're kind of seeing why the NFL calls it gimmicky.
Yeah.
Because when you go up against an NFL-style team, which the Miami Hurricanes are, right? When you run up against that, it doesn't work.
I think it's twofold. I think that we wanted that spread tempo because we thought that we had the players that were superior to our opponents that we were getting beat by in running similar schemes.
Mm-hmm.
I think in reality, we didn't. I think that is good. I think you're right. When you go up against a defense like, if you want to say Miami's, but if you go up against a defense like a Nick Saban's Alabama or any of those Ds over the last however many years, that type of system doesn't necessarily work. Although Golish put up 55, as you said, against Alabama, whenever that was, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, right? So we wanted it for a really long time. I don't think that we thought we could ever get to the place we are now, talent-wise. And NIL or the portal changed that, though. The portal allowed us to get those guys right now. We don't have to keep stacking on these recruiting classes to be able to finally have the horses to be able to run the system that Mario wants to run, Mario Ball, right? So we were at a disadvantage before. We wanted it because disadvantaged programs like ourselves over the last 20 years need that type of edge. We don't need the edge now. If you're able to get the horses that he can get and stack them depth-wise and filter in some really good freshmen, then you're able to run this type of styled offense. That's the type of styled offense that's going to win you some championships.
In a microcosm, I see Mario. This is, I think, the best iteration right now that I've seen of Mario in terms of offense. Last year, it had to be, right? Because you're the number one offense in the country. So I think of Paul Johnson, right? Mario's going to do this no matter who the coordinator is. He just happens to have a really harmonious marriage with Shannon Dawson. He's going to say, the A-gap, the A-back, the one that does the dive up the middle, that's mine. We are going to be able to do that to hell and high water. I will die before I don't have the ability to just run in the A gap, give it to this fullback, and he's going to take that first cog in the wheel of the triple option. That's Mario Ball, the A gap. What I do like with Shannon Dawson, he goes, okay, I'll give you the A, but Mario, you got to give me the B and C backs. And that's my wide receivers. That's my quarterback. That's the pageantry. That's the formations. That's the attack style. That's pushing the ball downfield. I think that's what you're seeing. I like Mario Ball is the first component, the first dive inside the tackles. We have to be able to do that, brother, right? But I think they have a nice synergistic feel with each other now that he's like, okay, you got it, but give me everything else. Carson Beck's been able to give me everything else. So did Cam Ward. So I think this is it. This is what it's supposed to look like.
This is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, I agree with you. And you did see a few wrinkles. You saw a few wrinkles of running between the guards today, right? We did have a nice formation with two running backs in the backfield with Beck on the nice one where it was 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, whatever that was on that one. You saw Beck keep the ball quite a bit today, which was a nice new wrinkle. Yeah. That was the first time we've seen that. You saw a little play action boot on the touchdown with Beck. That was really nice too. So you saw a few things with that Mario Ball where I'm hoping, yes, you're seeing some wrinkles out of it, and you need some wrinkles out of it because it is a little frustrating when you just continue to run the same formation, same play. Didn't do that tonight. You saw a lot of different stuff to run between the guards.
And the just marked improvement between last year and this year of Fletcher. He looks like he is a dominating running back, like he is someone that NFL teams are going to be clamoring for. It is, I mean, he is just the power and the burst. We didn't see that last year. Not to what it is right now. And
he's fully healthy now.
He is fully, holy shit, bro.
And it is a different kid. Yeah.
It is fun to watch. I mean, he basically averaged 7.5 a carry, 16 for 120. Even had a couple of catches out of the backfield for 25 yards with a long of 20.
Really quickly, where was Mark Fletcher about to go? What was his final team before settling on the Miami Hurricanes? Not settling, choosing. Ohio State.
Yeah.
That's also Mario Ball. That's Mario Ball.
All right. I know this is my 10th old fashioned of the day. Been going for a long goddamn time. But I will say right now that in 4 years, Mario has taken Miami and has now taken them to the equal level of Oregon. Lanning has kept Oregon where Mario had them. Mario has now taken Miami to that level in 4 years. Holy shit, bro.
I will say I agree because these defensive and offensive lines are absolute freak shows. They're filthy freak shows, right? They are. That is why USF just got undressed. We put a rope down around their like lower testicle region. We pulled up right as the gate opened, and that's why the bull was bucking like crazy. Because that's why bulls buck, right?
Squeezing their nuts.
A rope.
Yeah.
We have a saying down here in Miami: belt to ass. It was belt to balls tonight. Just rip, and that's it.
Oh.
That's it, bulls. That's it, bulls. Bulls down. Bulls down.
Belt to balls, bro.
Hold
God,
on.
that'd be a great show title.
Oh, Lagway with a pick six. Atta boy.
Oh, there you go. You know, Notre Dame's
that was a while ago.
Was it?
Yeah, the Lagway
Notre
pick
Dame's
was
losing
like
as well. 28-24.
That was a pick six, though.
Yeah, the Lagway pick six was like 20
That's
minutes
his
ago.
third interception tonight.
Yes.
Come on now.
Was it really his third pick tonight?
We need
Is it
Texas
really?
A&M.
Hold on.
Hang on, I'm
We
looking.
need Texas A&M to win.
He's
And we
23 for 34 with 3 interceptions and a touchdown for 219.
There you go.
Holy Jesus.
Great.
I think Saban
Great.
said.
Notre
Listen, I'll tell you what, Nussmeier's 11 for 21 for 123.
Yeah. LSU's just not that good.
No, apparently. I see what you did there,
Episode one.
Scoop. I see what you did there.
Episode 1.
Episode 1, baby. Jerry's World.
I'll tell you who. I mean, I'll tell you, and close to home in the ACC, Tigers that aren't good. Clemson 1 and 2. Who thought that season would be over by week 3?
Week 3, season's done.
Bro, how psyched are you we don't play Georgia Tech?
They've got nothing to play for.
Georgia
not getting
Tech's
to the
a good
playoffs.
team. Georgia Tech's a good team. Obviously,
Yeah,
they
Georgia
beat
Tech's
us
really
last
good.
year right when we were rolling.
I had seen some people pick Georgia Tech to win the ACC this year.
They're going to be ranked this week. Clemson will be out. Georgia Tech will be in.
Well, they ought to be. They're 3-0.
Yeah, they're 3-0. 100%. No, they're in. They'll be in.
Unbelievable.
Listen, I mean,
South
Clayton
Carolina's
Kovnick's
ass.
best quarterback in college.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Him and
South
Lagway.
Carolina-
Him and Lagway.
Yeah.
And South Carolina's ranked and Vandy's not. Just so
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, listen.
Vanderbilt has beaten the shit out of 2 teams, I think.
So hold on. So now let's just go through this because I was definitely slightly mocked by a few, at least 2 on this show when we were doing our season predictions, and I came in at 11-1.
Yeah.
But we're 3-0 right now.
Okay.
And I would, if given the opportunity, would either one of you adjust your win-loss total if given the opportunity, and what would you adjust it to?
I'm not 10 old fashions deep, but I don't even remember what my predictions were.
You were 10 in a row. You were 10-2 with losses to Louisville and Virginia
was
Tech.
right behind you.
Hold on a second. How
was
do you have
Scoop?
this shit so fast to throw me under the bus?
That was Scoop. What was Scoop? Was he like 7-5?
Scoop was 8-4
8-4. Oh,
with losses to Louisville, SMU, Syracuse, and Vatek.
Okay. Scoop. Let's have a heart to heart.
I mean, look, I got to be honest with you. If I have this team now, I'm not going to jinx anything. If I have this team that I'm seeing right now, I made those predictions without seeing a football game. We don't lose a game. If I have this team, we do not lose a football game. I think FSU is probably going to be the hardest game of the year because I think they're a lot better than we thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
But this team is a machine. Like, it's one of those things where they just he built it the right way. And he told you he was going to, and we all wanted it to happen overnight. And it was going to take time. And now you see why it takes time. Because it's just the depth. I don't know. Carson Beck's got all day.
All day.
He's got all day.
They're going to be
all day.
so mad. Miraball's going to be so mad on that one interception because he actually got hit
touched.
a little bit on that one.
Yeah.
He's going to be touched. So mad.
And the other one, I know it was tipped. It was it's on Beck though. He overthrew Malachi.
So, was it meant for the guy that was 5 yards
that would have
deeper?
been picked too.
Yeah, it might have been, but I thought it was.
That would have been picked by the safety.
I thought that's who the intended receiver was.
Could have been.
The throw trajectory was off because if it was high up over it, I think it's a touchdown because he would have beat the safety. But the trajectory was too high for the underneath, so it was like it was a tweener ball.
I'm not sure he knew he was throwing it.
Yeah,
so you're guys there. You know what I mean?
Well, so listen, the haters are going to point to the 2 interceptions. How concerned are you by those 2 interceptions?
No, because they're explainable, and that's why on Student of the Game and check it out because that's going to be posted. We always look at interceptions. I am one of my just favorite things to do is just watch interceptions, good or bad. For our
and now you got little chalk shit you can use too, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
squares, and circles,
and I just sit there because you just got to put yourself in his position. I'm telling you, on the first one, looking, and I saw the replay a couple of times. He gets hit. He just lost sight of a linebacker just floating back, right? He lost sight of the linebacker floating back. He doesn't see that because he has somebody in his face. That happens. I'm going to chalk that up that, that's kind of on you and the protection. It's going to go to your name, but it's not egregious, right? The other one potentially could be on you. You have 2 people in that line. You get crossed up which way, which ball, which receiver you're doing it. So you kind of left it in the middle. It's like, and it happens like a pitcher. You hit a batter. All right, whatever. I didn't mean to hit a batter. I just left it high and inside. Both I've seen way more.
I'm not even remotely concerned.
Okay.
Yeah. But my biggest thing was how he was going to respond because we talked about that on the stream. Scoop, because I felt like at Georgia, he pouted. And he had to. And that was the one thing from Cam Ward. I was like, don't pout because Cam Ward would throw terrible interceptions. Didn't pout. That guy was the number 1 overall pick. And listen, he still had 4 total touchdowns, 3 pass, 1 rush, right? 4 to 2.
Dude, right? 82% completion percentage and 340 yards. Like his rating was 205.
He's got 2 interceptions in the first 3 games. Yes, he threw 2 today, but he had 2 interceptions. QBR is going to be through the roof, right? You're going to throw interceptions. You know it's going to happen. I'm not overly concerned. I'm not overly concerned. Clean it up.
Yeah, but here's the truth of the matter. Here's the truth of all of it. I think that the only player in the same level of collegiately currently is John Mateer, which I find interesting, right? Oklahoma looks fantastic. Offense looks great. He looks great. All fine and well. The number 1 NFL-ready quarterback in the country is Carson Beck. And everybody knows it now. The narrative is shit, boys. You can take your narrative, stuff it down your fucking throat, gurgle it back up, whatever you want to do with it, but you can't deny it now. It's over. He's going to be probably second again in odds. Mateer had a good game, but he's the most NFL-ready quarterback in the country. That's the truth. That's the truth. You can't deny it.
What a look it would be for the University of Miami.
Back to back.
No, not even
go
just
back
that.
to back.
No, I want it back to back. I want him to go up to up there to New York City. But not only that, what if it's Carson Beck and Rueben Bain that are
100%. That's what it's going to be, and 3 other guys.
Yeah. Why? What if it's both of those guys? That's what I said. You want to talk about Miami being back, right? You win these 5 games. You got 2 guys, 1 on the defense, 1 on the offense, another cornerback. You just sent the number 1 overall part. Now you're nationally relevant.
I need to know Bain's PFF grade for today. He's got the
we'll
highest
find that
PFF
out.
grade in the country, right?
You would think so.
I mean, I don't think it's hurt that bad today. I mean, he just does things where it's just stupid. It's almost. I think the last player.
I mean, his numbers today: 6 total tackles, 2 solos, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 pass breakup.
And then you're going to see and then the PFF grade for that is just like how you win your reps, pressure rates, and all that. We don't even know all that too.
Listen, let me just throw this out here. Biggest thing. Let me just throw this out. Byron Brown. 13 rushing attempts, 2 yards. Like that's been an Achilles heel for us for 2 decades. 13 rushing attempts, 2 yards. Now, granted, and only 1 sack. So, yeah, he averaged
two total yards on the ground.
2 total yards on the ground. Like that has been for 20 years, bro. It's been PTSD for Kane fans. Quarterbacks that can move around and run like that right up the middle. You didn't see that on 3rd and 7 today. Him going up the middle and getting 10 yards and breaking your back. This defense is for real.
The challenge this week was going to be how can they contain that mobile threat quarterback in the tempo. A grade. You did it.
100% A plus.
All right. You can't cover everything, but you got an A plus for how you basically handle that rush game in a tempo. Next week's going to be how do you handle all the shifts and motions, right? That's been your Achilles. I want to see how you do that. It presents a different challenge. It's
also going to be how well you can get a pick six, because let's be honest, that's going to be expected next week.
Yeah, exactly. We can.
Well, I mean, listen, if everyone else gets one, then I expect that we're going to get like this secondary. The lot of money spent has not yet gotten us a pick six. Kind of a disappointment. Maybe they should step up and get that done against Florida.
Yeah, well, it's hard to throw a pick six when your defense comes up. Listen, in terms of Rueben Bain, the last I don't know, man. He's got the ability to get to that Ndamukong Suh kind of level at Nebraska, that Aaron Donald, that kind, like he's that kind of guy.
Dude, he's a home wrecker, dude. He's just he gets into your backfield and he blows everything up.
He's a Kardashian.
You got the game plan against him, and when you game plan against him, Messidor's like, "Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?"
It's not just Messidor.
I know.
They're 11 deep.
All of them. Scott, Blay, all of them.
I know.
He's insane.
He's Ruben Kardashian.
Ruben Kardashian out there.
Right?
He's a home wrecker.
Wrecking homes.
Not just quarterbacks. He's wrecking homes.
He's in the backfield destroying the living room, bro. Just tossing shit.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's friggin' insane. And that, listen, not that we should be surprised. The dude's name was Rueben Hurricane Bain. Like, he is a hurricane. Legitimately, he just destroys everything.
Why did I go on a rant? Why did I
call him Andrew?
Right. Why did I go on a rant? Right. I called out some of those ratings guys because I'm like, you guys are criminal, man. You know how like Dade County high school football is like Mecca, man. Like it is absolute Mecca. And if you would have somebody dominate like he dominated and set records the way he set records, it's not even a debate. It's like honestly, it's like Tiger Woods in high school setting course records. This guy's breaking his course records, and you're still saying that he's not great. You said he was good. You just didn't say he was great. Okay? I had a problem.
I think I may be wrong, but I think that Miami currently has the top-rated offensive line class in the country coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Is that accurate?
I believe it is, yes.
Okay. I don't know about the defensive line class, but I will say this. It's not difficult to continue to recruit monsters when you show them over and over again. This is what we do, and they're making recruiting very easy for these guys right now.
Do you know how many recruits committed to other schools were guests of Miami tonight at the stadium?
Ooh,
a shitload apparently. And apparently there were more committed kids to other schools than committed kids to Miami, from what I was hearing.
Sure.
That had been invited to this game.
And they all go to the
What
locker
a show
room
they
after the
put
game.
on.
Oh,
Yeah, what a show.
What an ass kicking.
Just domination.
Hey, but next week, go Bulls.
Domination.
Yeah.
Scoop. Nico, I'm a never making the NFL. How do you think he's doing there, huh?
Dude,
you talk
when
about...
he was too. Yes, that was when he was too old-fashioned down. I'm like, bro, that was amazing.
What a change of fortune for Aguilar,
right?
For going to Tennessee, they ended up losing that game. What a hell of a game. Tennessee and Georgia, the Dogs pulled off in OT. What was the line there?
I don't know. We didn't watch any of it.
Wasn't it 3.5?
I think we all lost it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You picked the Doggies?
Hold on. No, I picked Tennessee.
I'm looking. Hang on. I closed it. I'm opening it
back up. But I think it was 3.5.
Everybody picked Tennessee. UJ laying 3.5.
Yay!
What was the final?
44-41.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Nice.
That's right.
We won it.
Ah.
Nice by the hook. Love it.
Look at that.
All right, so I won Miami. I won that. Okay.
I won Georgia Tech, baby.
How did we do? How did we do, Jenners?
Well, we got 2 games in progress still. Toast won Georgia Tech. You guys both lost Clemson.
Bastards.
Everyone got Bama with the cover.
Okay.
Everyone got Tennessee by the hook.
We all got Miami.
And everybody got Miami.
And everybody got Oregon.
Toast picked UF, as did Roman. You picked LSU, Scoop. And then Toast and Roe picked Notre Dame. Scoop went with Texas A&M.
All
right.
So Scoop is the outlier.
What's that line?
Texas A&M, Notre Dame was laying 6.5 against Texas.
Okay, all right.
And LSU was laying 7.5 against Florida. They're currently winning by 10, I think.
Okay, yeah, last I saw was 10. Yeah,
you're up 10. Start of the fourth.
That pick six was ugly, by the way. That Lagway threw. Oh my God!
He threw it to nobody.
It was nobody.
He's thrown
no receiver in the vicinity.
Not even
I can't
close.
wait for next week. That's going to be so much fun.
ugly.
Do we know what time that game is next week?
It's night. It's a
Is it? Oh, it is night. Okay.
Yeah, they got it.
7:30.
It'll probably be 7 o'clock because Florida sucks.
Right.
I want tickets to that. I would like at least 3. Hook up your boy, Ro. Let's go. Let's figure it out. Just throwing it out there. We got some powerful friends. Make some phone calls, Scoop.
I'll stream it.
See, if I was past June 15th, I could ask for like a recruiting trip.
Nice.
I could totally do that, but I can't. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Oregon won by 20. What was that line?
They were up.
No, they were struggling for the first half.
34-0.
Yeah, they let Northwestern get back into it, and they started playing conservative.
Didn't we all take Oregon there?
No, we didn't pick that game. It was it was a free play. It was a BTB free play.
Oh,
BTB's max play won. Texas Tech team total.
It was Oregon plus 28, so they didn't cover it.
They didn't cover. Can we talk about Arch Manning? Can we talk about the fact that Emory Williams still has a chance to have a better career than Arch Manning? That's the truth.
It's still a possibility. You're right.
Possible. You can't tell me it's not. Arch Manning. Look.
At this point,
at what point does Sark sit him?
we were talking about it on the stream. I asked that question.
We were on the stream. We were looking at Texas backup quarterback trying to make heads or tails of them. And I said, Scoop, listen, that is quarterback royalty, that last name, right? And I said, but the law of averages are finally going to say that a quarterback with the last name Manning is going to be a bust because the law of averages say you're probably going to have a bust at that position.
Scoop, and you understand this. There were certain expectations that Texas boosters had for this team this year. A lot of folks had them as the favorite to win the national championship going into the year.
Yeah.
And there's no way in hell Texas boosters are going to not pressure Sark to make a quarterback move here before the season has been lost. And right now the season has not been lost. But oh my God, bro, this was UTEP.
He threw for $114 though. He eclipsed the 100-yard mark.
El Paso for those who were playing at
40%. 40% completion percentage. 40%.
So wait, was Malachi better than him? Did Malachi have better numbers? Malachi was on UTEP. Malachi Nelson.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Did he have better numbers?
He 70% for 209.
Okay, well there you go. Malachi Nelson outperformed him. Okay, well,
but still,
yeah,
for sure. I mean,
wow.
I mean, that's bad. Like,
damn,
not good.
Dude.
Bad,
no,
right?
Like UTEP, like, whoa, bro, what happens against wow. Like Tennessee and Georgia will destroy him. Like, what's their schedule?
Let's look.
It
can't be easy.
It's not easy.
This is really not good.
No.
Second. Look at this bullshit. This is interesting to me. I haven't even. They opened at Ohio State. Obviously lost 14-7, right? They play San Jose State week 2.
Yeah.
They play UTEP week 3. They play Sam Houston State week 4.
Well, that's a huge Texas recruiting battle right there, bro.
Then they downgrade again from San Houston. They have to play Florida. Then they're going to get boat raced by Oklahoma.
Hold on. Can you imagine the quarterback competition between Lagway and Manning in that game? Just the quality level of quarterback play that'll be on display.
Which one? Okay, so both of
who
those
throws more
stocks,
pick sixes in that game?
both of those stocks are going to drop, right? We know that. Lagway and Manning stock is going to drop. They're both going to have soured like franchises, right? In Texas long.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of them is calling Shannon Dawson first?
Right.
Let me ask you this.
One of them. I'm not saying
not which one of them, but I will say a name. Peyton.
Okay.
Okay. At what point do Peyton and Eli stop referring to him as nephew?
He's out of the family.
He's out. He's not allowed to.
And at what time does Arch no longer recognize him as a grandson?
Listen to this, but I think they could lose like 5 games. Listen to
no,
this,
they could absolutely.
No. Yeah,
their offense is putrid.
So they're not going to lose to Florida. They have Oklahoma, which they'll lose. They have Kentucky. I don't know. Mississippi State's not bad. Then they have Vandy, who for some reason is like a good team in the SEC.
Well, they got Pavia as a quarterback.
Then they have Georgia, Arkansas, and A&M.
No, they're screwed.
I don't think they're in good shape here.
I don't think they make the playoff.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What?
No.
Oh no, this is not good.
No.
Oh my God.
No, they might be blue bonnet
guy in our show.
Bound.
We still need to get a guy, but he has to sign a piece of paper saying that he's not going to go ahead and back charge us for name, image, and likeness because no, it doesn't work that way. What do you mean?
Man.
You've been using my sound bites forever and I haven't been paid for this? No, bro.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I thoroughly enjoyed watching the USF Bulls get their ass kicked. And I told you, the impartialness was however many years ago, and it was ended.
Yeah,
very quickly and emphatically.
Yeah, and there it is. So you came, you saw, you got your ass kicked. Go back to Tampa, enjoy your beautiful weather that's coming up, and win the rest of your games. Make it to the playoffs just to get your ass kicked again. It's fine. You can do that because it'll be successful. I'm not a fan of Golish's offense anymore. Today ruined it for me.
Gimmicky.
They were terrible.
Yeah, it was
terrible
gimmicky.
Offensively. It was gimmicky.
Had no answers.
I didn't like it.
Had no answers. Had zero answers.
You know why? You know why though? They were going up against the best team in the country.
What do we got?
No, they were going up against the best team in the country.
It's true.
No, sorry, I was looking on something online. Of course, it starts playing an ad.
Well, of course.
Thanks, guys.
Sure.
Look, they might be. They might be. And what's the current AP?
Current AP had us at 5.
Right, but who was in head?
I don't remember. I have had 10 old fashions.
Oh, LSU was Penn State, LSU, Ohio State. I think Oregon was 4.
Okay.
Yeah, Oregon was in front of us.
Well, we're going to have a quality opponent because LSU plays UF.
Well, LSU's going to play Florida.
LSU's going to play Florida, but depending on how we look against Florida. Yeah, but if LSU beats Florida, but then we emphatically beat Florida, USF lose, and you could make the argument, especially
Vandy's
that
up 24-7.
I told you on the stream row, when we beat Florida, and I said it here, and we go up to Tallahassee and we beat FSU on national TV on game day, and we're undefeated.
Yeah,
we will be the following AP poll. We will be the #1 team in the country.
Okay, speak it into existence, Toasters.
That's it. Yeah. Simple. It's very simple math.
Simple math. All right,
very simple.
This was fun.
Even with that Haley Sawyer bitch, not even she could screw that up.
Well, she could. She could.
You know. None of her pink rainbows and unicorns and shit.
Yeah, don't sell her short.
Don't sell her short.
Yeah.
I have a process.
None of it matters.
You know, there's tons of people that vote on the AP poll, and it's not a perfect system, but at the end of the day, no matter who you pick, it does even out because there's so many people who vote.
Evens out.
Not talking about this.
Oh, yeah. No.
No, we're talking about
Jordan's
this.
out.
I'm just going to say I'm so disappointed in your father.
Oh, God.
Talking about this.
I don't know how much longer she's going to be a reporter. She might want to talk to our 72-year-old friend.
Knock some cobwebs off the old cooter scooter and make some slot money.
There we go.
Well, apparently UNLV is pulling on her crank.
She's on the sideline for the turnovers.
She's the
turnover slot machine. That's what she is.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Really bad.
This is really bad.
Yeah. Really? Oh, LSU's on the Florida 15.
LSU right, Notre Dame's up 31-28.
What happened?
Right, let's
they block a punt?
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been on a stream now for fucking 87 hours, and I'm done with it. I'm really over.
I'm right there with you.
Everybody, we'll see you this week for an episode. Go Canes!
Go!
Baines.